Alright, let's listen up. If you haven't started your winning attempt in Time Machine by holding at the beginning, do you really appreciate the physics of this game? This challenge kind of, probably, definitely puts this question to the test, so, you know. I feel paralyzed. Hi everyone, my name is Unknown680, and we begin our journey back into Time Machine, the 8th level of the Minimum Input series, in the most spectacular fashion. By input carrying at the beginning, you can execute this really cool technique where you come close to crashing, but just barely evade each obstacle up until this point. I always love starting Time Machine in this way personally, even back then. At 12%, ensure that you jump close to this spike so that you jump off the right side of this pillar and barely land on this pillar here. Essentially, take the first secret coin route with one input in this way. At 13%, jump off the ground so that you continuously jump off the far left side of these pillars as shown by the marker here. This will allow you to jump over both sets of triple spikes successfully and jump until this point. Jumping at any point other than here will give you too much distance and will result in you having an improper alignment. Soon enough, you'll be headed into the mirror portal. Due to the nature of this portal and its lack of usage in levels, it can be quite tricky to readjust to this new perspective once again. I should know, being the verifier of this level after all. We are presented with our first challenge in this first ship section, as it will require precise input timing. Ensure that you're holding as you enter the portal so that you fly up for a brief moment. From here, just keep following the mini coin paths so that you get as close as possible to the floors and ceiling. Much like the previous levels, this section is quite tight and will require practice in order to complete it. Overall, what makes these sections difficult is the fact that the ability to correct yourself is practically stripped from players due to the inability to use additional inputs. If executed correctly, you should just barely land on this platform just before the icon portal. At 45%, you'll need to jump off this block at the latest possible point so that you squeeze past this one block gap and just barely make contact with this jump pad, all with one input. At 50%, you'll be greeted with a set of 3 jump orbs. However, you can actually skip the third one by positioning yourself in such a way that you jump off the bottom left corner of this jump orb and hold so that you gain just the right amount of distance to jump off the edge of this platform, barely evading this flattened spike since its hitbox isn't as wide as the platform it rests on. From here, bounce off these jump pads and begin holding at this jump orb at the far right side. This will allow you to barely clear this double spike. And from 54% onwards, there actually aren't really any more difficult inputs to note. Just follow the mini coin paths as usual. At 84% though, ensure that you continue holding as you become mirrored once again. For first time challengers, don't worry, as you'll clearly be able to see where you'll need to release. For this last ship section, follow the mini coin paths and continue to make use of the ceilings and floor, which interchange as you switch gravity. Landing on this platform, we finished Time Machine at 68 inputs. This is the 3rd time in a row that we've had this same signature total, which I find quite bizarre. Our total is now brought up to 409 inputs. Now we've officially reached 1/5 of my 2000 input prediction. In summary, much like Jumper and Can't Let Go, Time Machine is a level that is quite tricky to learn for brand new players to the game, especially with the mirrored perspective sections. This is quite reflective in this challenge as well, as it will become quite tedious to complete. Due to the altered control scheme of the first ship section, as well as the difficult sections taking place within the first 60% of the level, the intensity you experience that builds as you get close to the end leaves you prone to error, not just by inputting at an incorrect time, but also by panic inputting at any point, which will ruin your whole run immediately regardless of whether you crash or not. This will be reflective even more so in the later levels, which I hope to verify live. Be sure to check out and follow my Twitch channel with notifications on if you're interested in checking that out. Even if you're not, I'd greatly appreciate it either way. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see all of you in the next video or stream. Much love, stay safe, and peace out.